Hello survivors, welcome back to Project Zomboid. Here I am with two base ideas for beginners. First up about this place, I'm going to talk about its immediate drawbacks. Now, first off, it is very far away. It's hard to get to, as you can see here on the map. I had to go quite a ways, but it is secluded. There's not a lot of zombie traffic back here, so that drawback kind of evens out a little bit. The other drawback, it's secluded. It's very far away from the other cities and other places to loot, so you will need to plan long trips and hopefully have a vehicle at this point. You're very much going to need it. The other drawback that this place also has is there's typically not a generator nearby in the loot from the other buildings. So you're going to need to find one of those and bring that all the way up here. So it can take a little bit to get off the ground, but this is a very top tier location. Now let's move on to the pros. The pros being there's tons of storage, very good initial loot. There's clothes, medicine, food, a couple magazines and VHSs and skill books. There's shelves everywhere, books and bookshelves everywhere, racks and boxes up this staircase. Just massive amount of loot, storage, and space to work with here. The next pro I want to get into is there's a ton of space for farming. So when you get to the late game stages and you need to farm, there's tons of space for that. You can have a massive farm. The next one is you have very close access to fresh water, so you're not relying on rain and other means of staying hydrated. This has everything you'll need outside of fighting. There's, a full kitchen here, a TV. You will need to replace the TV for one that can take a VHS. That's another major drawback to this base. You'll need to find a TV that can take the VHSs, but it's got a bedroom, bookshelves, and all kinds of stuff here. This is probably one of my favorite locations. Here we are at location number 2. This is one of my favorite places in Rosewood to hang out. You want to look for this house that has the garage in the more dark gray aesthetic going on. The upstairs is absolutely jam-packed with storage and loot already. Sometimes when I've come in here, I have found weapons and all kinds of other supplies. Sometimes you'll come in here and just loaded with books. But this place is absolutely amazing. On top of Rosewood just being awesome already for generators, metalworking, blow torches, all kinds of stuff in these garages if you can get in them. I highly recommend this base if you like to spawn in Rosewood. One of the major drawbacks is its late game capabilities. There's not a lot of room to farm here. Fresh water, you're going to be relying on campfires to purify your water and to keep your hydration levels high. It's not too big of a deal, as keeping up with water is not insanely difficult, but sometimes it's nice to have a nice fresh source of water where you can fish and stuff like that. I will say that spawning in Rosewood is really tempting and pretty easy to deal with, but there are quite a lot of alarmed buildings and garages there. So you're gonna have to deal with that. If you set an alarm off, you're pretty much gonna be stuck in your base for a while, and that's if you can keep the zombies from falling into your base. So Rosewood is great. Just be very careful with alarmed buildings and try to make your space work for what little space you have in the area. Alright, and there you have it, guys. Two very nice base locations for Project Zomboid. This is vanilla, by the way. So please send me the coordinates or ideas for other bases that you use. I would love to see them and maybe even feature them in my next base location video. Thank you so much for being here and spending any of your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.